In this video, we're going to have a look at changing some of the surfaces and creating new materials for our topo surface. And we'll also have a look at doing some site components. First of all, let's have a look at creating some new materials. Now, prior to doing this, go on the internet, do some Google image searches, and try and find top-down views of the materials you want. So in this one, we're going to have a little look at grass, water, brick pavias, stone chippings, and we'll have images of those. Now let's click on our topo surface. So instead of that brown color, I want to swap that to grass. So where we've got in the properties over here, material by category, I click on by category. Now, grass is not one of the materials included in here by default. Therefore, what I'm going to do is use this little icon by here at the bottom where it says create new material. Let's just widen this box a little bit. And on this, we want to now rename it to grass. And in the graphics, I'm going to change the color to a sort of more grass-like color. Change it on a few of these. There we go. Then I'm going to go to the appearance. Again, change the color. But also, I'm going to click on image. And then go to my computer and find pictures and find my picture of grass. And click open. And now we can see an image of grass by there. I'm going to edit the image and check the size. Now this is 300mm square. Now my image was much further away than that. So I want to edit that. Rather than 300, I'm going to go for something like 10 meters, so like 10,000. There we go, and it's adjusted the height as well. Say done. Okay. Now it just changes it to green at the moment. What I'm going to do here is flick across and change it to realistic view. And I don't work on this in realistic view because it does slow down things a bit, particularly if you haven't got a fast computer. But now you can see that that looks much nicer and you've got a bit of a grassy texture on that surface. So that looks much better. And I'll just flick back to consistent colors now. Now let's create a pond down in this corner down here. So for this, what I'm going to do is go back to the site plan and create a sub-region. And this one, I'm going to make it a bit of a shape, not just straight lines. Not being too bothered exactly on the size and shape, but there we go. And then I'm going to change the surface of that one from what's bitumen at the moment, create another new material. And this one I'm going to rename as water. And give it a nice blue color. Click on the image, find my water, click OK. Now again, go back into here and edit your image, change the scale of it to something more suitable. And I think I'm going to go for another 10,000. There we go. Click done. Then to the graphics and change these to blues as well. click OK. And then we'll press the big green tick. So now we have our water in there, but we want to make sure the water is leveled properly. So I'm going to now go back to Toposurface. And we've got to be careful actually. Sorry, we've got to click on the Toposurface that we've already created and edit that surface. Now I'm just going to check my level by here. So that was minus 4,000. So I'm going to make this slightly lower than that. So I'll do it at minus 4,200 will be my next points. So I click the place point, change the elevation to minus 4,200. So the water is the lowest point on the site. And then I follow the line of the water, clicking a number of points as we go around it. This is important to try and click on the line. That way the surface of the water will be the same level all the way around, which is of course what you want, because water will naturally level out. I can see down by there I missed that one, so I'll just grab that one and drag it across a little bit. So to be honest, it might be easier just to delete it and add a new one. There we go. That's big green tick. And let's go have a little look at that in our 3D view. So now we can see we've got that sort of well in the ground by there as it sinks down to it from all four sides. And we've got our water by there. Now I'd like to put a bit of a pathway coming down. So again, let's go back to our site view, click on that, and from here we don't need to click on that, we can just click subregions. I don't want a straight path, so I am going to use a bit of an arc, like so. Then I'm going to use the offset command, give my pathway a width of 2 meters, and being careful with the offset that you do put the offset on the correct side as you go around. Then I'm going to use a line command to just finish this off, and we'll need to just trim off these little bits that we don't need as well. So I'll just zoom in here, click on that, drag that back to there, do the same on this side. There we go. Now hopefully we'll change the material again, and again I'll create a new material. This time I'm going to call this one Cotswold Chippings. Graphics, give them a yellowy colour. Maybe not quite as bright as that. I'll darken it down a little bit. Again, click on the image. Let's edit the image, change the scale, and I'll make the scale on this one 2000. Save done. Click OK. Big green tick, and it works. Let's look at that in 3D. So we now have a pathway going around. Let's now put some site components on here. We'll put a few trees. Let's have a little go at that. So site component command. In the type selector, we have a range of trees preloaded. We can also see the heights of these trees. I'm going to go for a mixture of trees. So we'll have some common apple trees. That would be quite nice, having a little apple orchard, as it were. And let's also go for some smaller elder trees. And maybe a big hawthorn there in the middle. Finally, a couple small birch trees. Okay. Let's have a go as well at putting some bollards in along there. So I'm going to do that one off the site plan. Again, site component. Now this one I'll have to load family and find the bollards. Okay, so which type of bollards would I like? I think those sort of timber ones look quite nice, so I'll click on that. There's the timber bollard, 1200mm, 150mm square. I'll put them along here so that we get that. And now I'm going to use the array command to get them across there quite quickly. We've used this in a previous video. I want quite a lot of these bollards, so I'll say 50 of them for now. We'll see what that looks like. And I'll click on screen, point to the right, and I want to go across 1500. So let's see how many we've got. Well, we've got too many there, but we can do a quick count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 too many. So I'll change that number 50 to 31. And now we've got the bollards there, which looks much better. Let's go back to 3D, have a little look at that. And now let's put it across to our realistic view and see what this looks like. That doesn't look too bad, much better than just a big brown site.